Hey, how's it going, guys? This is the Kyle Floyd Show. I'm Kyle Floyd. Thank you for watching. I'm just getting finished watching some college football here in my game room. Definitely a good day of college football, but, you know, most of the favorites are winning. Just doesn't make it as exciting. Anyway, Philadelphia Flyers, huge game tonight going against the 1-1 LA Kings. Flyers are undefeated at 3-0, 7 o'clock tonight against Mike Richards and the LA Kings. Yes, that's where they sent him, and it's huge because the captain of our team from last year is coming back, and we got to get a win to prove something that we don't need him. We never needed him. So let's get it done tonight. Be sure to watch that. Moving on to the subject I am going to be talking about for the whole show. That is Strathaven football. Because there's not really anything else to talk about at this point. Alright, I'm going to start off the Panthers 14, Ridley 20. It's the Panthers' biggest rivalry. Yes, they did lose, but they did not lose by that much. And looking at both teams' seasons so far this year, you could kind of predict this is the way it was going to end up. But I don't really think Ridley played that well. I think it was more just a few mistakes the Panthers made on their side, which could have swung the whole game. For example, missed opportunities, a fumble on the first play out of scrimmage. You got Andrew Crawford fumbling the ball. And don't get me wrong, everyone's hitting extremely hard out there. It's just, you know, a mistake we made. We got a big interception. Not too many series into the game. Nothing came out of that. Again, missed opportunity when you have that much momentum and you're driving up the field and you don't get any points out of it. And they stop you in fourth down. It's just depleting to your team. The play calling. I didn't think that the play calling was fantastic. I think that there were a good number of third and fourth downs that they passed the ball when they should have ran the ball, and ran the ball when they should have passed the ball. And it's just what happens. You know, I believe that the Panthers are better at getting short yardage in the form of running the ball. But there was a fourth down, the last play of the game for us, in which Mulholland threw a Hail Mary, which, of course, I was against. Because, obviously, the option of running the ball wasn't there. They obviously called a pass. But if you're going to make a pass, I think you look for someone shorter down the field. They only need 6 yards. Someone's got to come back and be able to make that catch. Not high percentage throws. Mulholland looked good last night with high percentage passes, which is just out in the flat, you know, short yardage passes. But the play calling I didn't think was fantastic. Weaknesses for the Panthers: third and long. We've got to stop other teams on third and long. Ridley, a third and 15, a third and 16, all converted through the deep passing game. Another weakness of the Strathaven Panthers: their secondary is not great at defending the pass. Yes, there were a few bad passes by the quarterback of Ridley, which were batted down, intercepted by Strathaven, but it's defending the good passes as well as the bad ones. It's about good coverage, reading where the quarterback's going to go, which we did not do a good job of last night. And they were really able to run us over when they needed to on third downs, which stopped us from getting the ball back, hence taking the lead by a larger margin. Missed opportunities, as I said. Kevin Mulholland, yes. Decisions. He made some good decisions last night. When he didn't see anyone down the field to pass to, he made off some good runs, and I like that about him, which I haven't seen in quarterbacks in the past. He does take it on himself to just make the decisions at the last second and go off running. You know, he's not scared to put his head down and just go straight forward to get the extra yardage, and that's hard to find. So that was good by him. Second half of what I'm going to talk about here. Jalen Randolph. Respect this man. I said last week, if you don't stop him early, he's going to rampage you. And boy, he did. This guy is a fantastic athlete. He's really fun to watch. I mean, I don't hate him. It was exciting. It was the part of the game I actually tuned into was when he came up. Okay, he is an extremely good talent. He rushed for 205 yards last night, carried the ball 30 times, and that just shows how much Ridley relies on him to put the team on his back. Strathaven did it a year ago with Thurman Fortune, and to compare the two guys, you got Jalen. He's 6'1", 225 pounds. He's absolutely huge. I mean, this guy's body build reminds me of Brandon Jacobs in the NFL when I watch him. Of course, the guys in the NFL, you see him on TV, they probably look a lot bigger in person. That's my mistake. But this guy is huge. Don't get that wrong. He has extremely good speed. He's extremely quick with his feet. And once he gets on a roll, he's not going to stop. So, he has the speed that Thurman Fortune had last year. But he is a lot bigger and I believe a lot more powerful than Thurman Fortune last year. And you can imagine how good he's doing this season. I'm sorry. He is attracted the interest of Division I colleges. West Virginia right now is the strongest connection anyone can make between him and a Division I college. So I'm excited to watch him as he matures through his college years, because there's a very good chance he's going to a D1 college. And I've never seen a better running back in high school that I've watched against Strathaven. I mean, it's not saying a ton, but there's been some good running backs. Brandon Peoples, Springfield the other year. Thurman, of course, is extremely good. But yes, I believe Jalen Randolph is the best I have seen. And he also excelled at linebacker last night, and just shows you how versatile an athlete he is. Yeah, he plays linebacker. What I like about him, I noticed a similarity between him and Troy Polamalu in the NFL. He is extremely compact, hips, thighs. He can move them extremely quickly. He can get to different parts of the field like a lightning bolt, which is what Troy Polamalu does. You always see him come out of nowhere and make big plays, and that's what this guy Jalen Randolph does. Also, Jalen, a few times Haven's defense was able to stop him at the line. That's because he didn't get going yet. When he tried to go up the middle a few times, we were able to stop him, and I think it was like 5 or 6 times. It was a really good job by that Haven defense, unless there was a hole in which he was just going to plow right through. But when he got out to the side and he started running down the sideline, he's such a load, such a fast, ridiculously strong load. He's not going to be stopped before he gets to the end zone. So when he gets to the outside, he's really just not an option to stop. He's a train, and he's going to keep going. And that's really hurt us last night. You just have to respect people like this and accept that there's not much you can do to stop them. I mean, you don't go into the game thinking that, but after, you just got to look at it and say, he's a damn good football player. Yeah, I made some comparisons between him and James Griffin in my head. If you look at this game, you saw 2 very good running backs in Griffin and Randolph. But if you look at both sides, you got Randolph, who has the power. He has power quickness. And you look at Griffin, who is finesse quickness. He can really make the intense juke moves to get in between defenders that Jalen can't, because he's just very big. Jalen's not as nimble on his feet as Griffin is, which is why if you kind of tangle up Jalen's feet, he might go down near the line of scrimmage. But James is just such a versatile athlete that he really makes nothing. He really makes something out of the plays in which we think we have nothing. Looked like they're stopped at going forward 1 yard, and then he gets 20 yards out of it. That's what Griffin allows us to do, and I think he did a great job of it last night, just comparing the 2 players. All right. A big game coming up next week at... Is it here? Anyway, it's against Lower Merion. It's homecoming. It's big. Panthers right now, they have to start winning some games if they have any hopes of getting into the playoffs. Anyway, it's performance against Ridley, but they just got to look to be better. Jalen made a comment online that they're very hungry to get into the quadruple A playoffs or whatever, and that's what's pushing them. Haven's got to have something pushing them too, since they're not they're not a runaway in the Central League this year, so they got to start getting some stuff done. Well, that is all for my show today. I know it was short. Sorry about that. I will have more to talk about next week once the Flyers and the Eagles have gotten back to action. By the way, the Eagles need a freaking win this week. Are you kidding me? Like 1-4, that's not what a dream team does. That's what a crap team does. The receivers need to stop dropping the ball, and Michael Vick needs to get it done. Oh, that's right. And the defense needs to stop sucking. Okay. Anyone needs to talk to me about anything to talk about on the show, I will be playing stickball A-lunch on Monday. I will see you later. That's Kyle Floyd Show, everybody. I'm Kyle Floyd. Goodbye.